All right, greetings, y'all. We are live. Okay, so I've not done a love vibes reading, it feels like, in a minute. So, hey, let's do it. Let's do this love vibes thing. Okay, so I'm gonna just tap into the overall energy. I hope everybody's doing good and well. Whenever you watch this, we'll equate this as a timeless reading. Okay, so this is Divine Counterparts reading. Okay. This is a no toxic situation type. Like, I'm not reading for toxic connections and trying to make it, put a label on it as it's divine when it's just crazy. So we're not doing that. All right, Holy Spirit, I thank you for your divine presence, your divine wisdom, divine truth. Holy Spirit, what is the energy? Okay, I don't think I'm gonna use these ones first. All right, let's see what's going on. What is going on here? Holy Spirit. That's for divine covering, divine protection. Hello. Greetings. Divine protection. Divine energy, divine protection. Yes. Yes. Be sure to like this, y'all. I appreciate the engagement. Like the video. Share it with someone you feel like it may also resonate with or help. If you resonate with my messages on my channel, feel free to subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I don't ask like all the time, but I would appreciate at least, likes, just to show the engagement, you guys, that there are people that do watch this channel and it's not just a dormant energy just sitting here, you know what I mean? All right, let's see. I'm going to do top row, bottom row. Hey, Snowflower, how are you? Thank you guys for the likes so far. Holy Spirit, ask for your divine protection to surround those who are receiving this message, who are meant to hear it. Give us divine wisdom and discernment to know what is for us and what is not for us, God. Thank you. Jesus, amen. Amen. Okay. Six of Cups. Justice. Five of Pentacles. Oof. Hey, MB. Greetings. How are you? How are you, sis? Okay. Five of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Nine. What is this? Knave of Wands is the Page of Wands. Okay. Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Let me fix this. Okay. My camera might be angled a little bit wrong, you guys, so I'll show you guys the cards. This is my table, got so much cards on it. Like, this table is taking up. Okay, so the top row is whoever resonates as the feminine energy. That's whoever is most receptive. Then you have the masculine energy at the bottom row. I feel like divine feminine is trying to be wise and like choices based off of the past, like maybe being wise in decisions as far as like who stays and who goes in their life, who has their best intentions. Because I feel like there was a realization of some sort of lack in this feminine's life. There's a like spiritual battle that is happening, and there's angels, divine beings fighting for this divine feminine. Like, if you look at this card, it's a war between angels and demons. I don't know if you can see that. Right above her. So, yeah, it could be some warfare going on here. And I feel like your spiritual team is present to help you discern and make decisions, if you are the feminine, like divine feminine rather, on some past decisions. Because you have the Six of Cups here too. The Five of Pentacles, there was a lot of lack. I feel like there was a counterfeit, like a karmic masculine energy, aka a counterfeit, someone that might have appeared to be close to what this divine feminine really is supposed to have, or who they're supposed to be with. Like, there's someone that came close, but they lacked in some area, or they weren't giving. They were withholding. They might have been energetically stingy. they were only available to give of themselves physically. Like, you see how he's naked? He's just like, take all of me, but he ain't giving nothing. So, like, they could have been available for sex and that's it. Like, nothing of depth. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't give anything. And I feel like this was maybe a lesson for the divine feminine energy to honor herself and be careful and mindful and wise and discerning, of course, of who she invests her energy into. Now, I'm going to move on to the divine masculine's energy. There's a lot of soul searching happening with this Eight of Cups. This kind of looks like a hermit energy, but it's the Eight of Cups. I feel like this masculine energy is soul searching and seeking what fulfills them. It's kind of a mirroring energy, just a tad bit. Like, as far as the emotions, like for the feminine, the emotions are attached to past connections, platonic ones, romantic ones, blood relations, where there may have been some connections where people weren't giving versus those that were or are available to love and to give in the way that's needed, or the healthy exchange. And then there's counterfeit here for the feminine. There's a counterfeit karmic masculine that could have been in the past. So the masculine's energy, I feel like, is more so their emotional energy is looking towards what they really want out of their life. Like, what gives them purpose, or what gives them passion, what gives them life, right? And you have the Page of Wands, right? So the Page of Wands for them can represent seeking that passion and maybe going back or returning to like the childhood. There's something maybe that this might be a little specific, so it might not be everybody's, like this thing I'm about to say. There could be a masculine that when they were a child, they wrote down their dreams or wrote down who they wanted to be or what they wanted or something. Maybe they were young, like a young man, or maybe if the masculine is a young woman, right? But they were young when they wrote this, or this could just represent this person tapping back into that childlike creativity or passion or being free. If, like, one of my friends, she says, like, if you weren't getting paid, even if you weren't getting paid, what would you love to do? Or if you were getting paid to do something that you love to do, what would it be, right? But I'm also getting like this person is seeking their passions right now. This Four of Cups, the satisfaction with what they're given. There's like an animalistic energy, something that appeals to childish behavior, immature ways. I don't know why this grizzly bear is giving me Winnie the Pooh vibes. So I'm kind of getting like this Christopher Robin vibe of like escapism, fantasy, playtime. Whereas there's an angelic presence that's also trying to offer a cup. So this person could be kind of fighting two different versions of themselves, or what appeals to the ego versus what maybe is divinely meant for them. And you have the Four of Pentacles, same imagery, the devil versus the angel on their shoulder. And it could be, I'm going to clarify this, but I get this intuitively that this masculine has something that they want to give or they're holding back. And this may not be for everyone, but to this feminine, or there's something about their value and their worth as well that they're questioning themselves and whether or not they're good enough. Like, there's gifts, there's talents, there's things about this person that they're withholding from the world or withholding from people that, you know, could be something with their purpose. And it's a fight or a battle. Like, the devil energy in them might be like, you know, if you do this, it's not going to be worth anything. And the angel is like telling them. Queen of Cups. Yeah, there's a heavy protection around this divine feminine. And I kind of get a feeling of, ooh, look at the Ten of Cups. It's the Noah's Ark with the dove. That's so beautiful. I love this deck. If you know the story of Noah, it's really about divine instructions. And even when you seem crazy or other people think that what you're believing or trusting God, divine spirit in, believing, like other people might say you're crazy or you're stupid or it's not going to work, but believing and building this ark anyway and gathering up what you need to gather and taking divine instructions, which leads to a promise. So I feel like someone here might be questioning a promise here, or whether or not it's going to come to pass. Yeah, the Star, a wish. And this angel is pouring water upon the earth. So more story of Noah references. The story of Noah, it was the story of Noah. The story of Noah was about the flood, God creating a flood upon the earth to cleanse out all of the Nephilims and anyone else that just it's something to do with purging and clearing out. So you guys, you or your person might be instructed to leave certain situations alone, maybe let go of certain relationships or connections that you had, leave an environment or something as you're divinely led to, because spirit is about to clear some things out and you don't want to be in the midst of what might be going on. Like you don't want to be, and I keep getting messages about this, like be very careful of people you associate yourself with, because they could very well be a block for you or your person. This could be their message as well, where people that you know may have thought were your friends or whatever the case may be, these people might not be meant to go where you're going, or they might be in destructive lifestyles, and you being in the midst of that is kind of like you're going to get hit in the crossfire of whatever they got going on, or what spirit is, some type of cleansing or purification is about to happen in an environment. But I also feel like there's a promise in this. Like, really pay attention to divine instructions. Some of you guys are being called to higher levels too. As a divine feminine, there's some type of leveling up that you're going through, and your environment, it really depends on you being wise and discerning when it comes to your heart and your energy. You might have to make a crucial decision that could affect the people around you. Like, if you have children, let's say for instance, if you have children, you got to think about their future. For me, like with my daughter, I had to think about what's best for her. Like, I got to get out of my own selfishness. So if spirit is like, okay, I want you to stop hanging out with this person or don't date this person, I got to take heed. As much as I may not want to do it, if spirit's telling me something is off, even if I can't see it, I'm going to do it, because I got to think of not what's in my best interest only, but my daughter's best interest. I can't just have anybody around her, or something could happen to me and then what's she going to do? You know what I mean? Like I have to think that way. So let's say for instance, that is your case, or, you know, you got a career or your health. It could be anything. So if spirit is calling you to leave something, leave an environment, or stop, you know, hanging out with certain people, or be mindful of who you date, then you gotta, you know, honor that. Okay. I'm going to ask the overall energy over the divine feminine at this time, and then the masculine, then we'll see where the energies are in relation to one another. Talent, spirit mentors. Okay, so yeah, this is masculine's energy for sure. Something to do with gifts and talents, because I was picking that up. So there's a spiritual, it's like an angel, or the spiritual team is encouraging this person to share of themselves, where this demon energy or this devil energy is like, nah, like maybe feeding them fear, feeding them self-doubt, insecurities. Hey. All right. You have relaxation and ascended masters, peaceful pursuits, happy times. Ascended masters, devoted spirits with specific intentions. Yes. I do feel like whoever the divine masculine is like, this is a time of really just resting and being present in your energy, not doing too much, allowing things to unfold, and pay attention to the dreams, because there's spiritual teams, like I said, like these are heavy spiritual guides and protectors, divine spiritual guides, teams, angels, ancestors, instructing specific things here. Something with elevation, feminine energy. So you got number 41, you have number 40, and number 39. Freedom, yep. Look, these cards are speaking. Number 4, it's something with fours. Because you have moving on and letting go. So this is about, spirit is calling the divine feminine to leave something behind. There's references to doves, because you had the 10 of cups at the bottom of the deck with the Holy Spirit, the white dove, representing divine guidance, divine instructions, letting Noah and those on the ark know that it's safe to land, it's safe to station. So that bird represents the Holy Spirit, and I feel like that's the divine guidance. And there's also a butterfly that sits on this cage as well. If you can see it right here on the right of the screen. It's a blue butterfly, and that represents transformation. It's time to evolve. It's time to elevate. There's nothing that's holding this divine feminine back. There's nothing. And it might be unknown, like the territories is going to be unknown. Yeah, mindfulness, peaceful presence, and quiet the mind. Quieting your mind. Don't think too much into it and don't worry. You have justice with Archangel Raguel, justice, harmony, and solutions. You have the justice card right here. So this angel specifically could be surrounding the divine feminine at this time to help make the right decisions and choices. Aww. May she be at peace. Shout out to your friend Mandy. All right, so let's see what the divine feminine, divine masculine is with one another. Because I like to start off just to kind of see where you guys are individually. Maybe spirit will highlight what you guys might need to focus on or heal, release, pursue, encouragement, you know, the whole shebang. The readers is on one tonight. Okay, let's see. Hey Jamila. All right, let's see. Where y'all at? With each other. Okay. I still feel the same energy. Wow. Why? You have how many of the same cards? You have, out of the 5, 4 of the same cards that came out for the masculine. Let's see. Energy. The High Priestess. 8 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. And the Magician. Okay. Okay, so I feel like right now, if I'm going to look at, I'm going to start with the feminine energy. Their intentions right now, or the thoughts, I more so feel like where the divine feminine's mindset is at this time, with this connection, or even, let's say this, because some people may not know who their person is yet. This can still resonate with you. This can still apply to you, because wherever your person is in the world, you know that they got their own stuff going on just as you do, whether you guys know each other or not. It will affect the connection because it's already a connection. Hey. So I feel like right now is more so about gathering information and downloads, or discerning information, discerning downloads right now. But I feel like divine feminine is very focused on the well-being of others at this time, or focused on purpose, focused on like some type of focusing on the well-being of others. So you guys could be like, I don't know, like you guys could be divine helpers, light workers with the High Priestess card, a messenger, a prophetess, a prophet, whatever you want to call yourself. Because there's something about the well-being of the collective that I'm getting with this 8 of Wands energy. And that's where divine feminine, that's where your heart really is. And not to say that your person is not included in that, but I feel like there's a heavy desire to serve and be some type of assistance or light. The 7 of Pentacles is like, you want this person to work on themselves or something like that. With the 7 of Pentacles, you want them to work on themselves in a way that's in alignment with what's good and best for them. You know, what's divinely best, not just frivolously, you know, doing things just to be doing it, or thinking like, oh, I need to make more money, and like striving when spirit may be calling this person to work on something else. Like, it's not about money right now. It's about doing the inner work. You know what I mean? Like, you want what's best for this person. With the Queen of Wands, you're very, very like focused. There's a there's a bit of a confidence here in this divine feminine energy towards this connection, like just allowing things to be. There's a confidence about it. Maybe you know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, or you did what you're supposed to do, and you're just allowing things to come together as it's meant. Because I'm looking at her throne, and her throne is made out of a tree. Trees for me represent wisdom as well. Can be ancestral trees and things like that, or health, Mother Earth, but I'm getting something with wisdom though. And it could be a divine wisdom. With the Magician card, it's also like, yeah, like I feel divine feminine's energies intentions really is to allow spirit to do their thing, because this angel is helping this man come together with some type of inventions or something. So there there could be something that this feminine, like especially if you are very gifted and in tune with spirit, you are a divine messenger and you also receive divine downloads and messages. I feel like that this masculine's potential or something with what they're creating or building or what they're called to create or build or manifest. And there's an element of trusting that, nah, God got it. Angels got it. Like this person is good. Okay, so you have the Four of Pentacles again for this masculine. Right now, I feel like when it comes to this connection, their mindset is really about, remember how I was getting in the first spread that there could be a masculine, a divine masculine, whatever, that's trying to figure out whether or not they should give of something of themselves, or are they ready to fully invest in this connection in some way, or give something to this feminine that they're worth, they're valuable. You know what I mean? I feel like the Four of Pentacles energy again is like something of value that this masculine maybe could be holding on, holding back something that's of value, and they're being kind of swayed in two directions. The devil whisper in their ear, maybe discouraging them, telling them things that are not true, versus this angel that's meant to encourage. So the Chariot card is, they do feel like things are progressing in some way. May not be like on the surface there's movement, but on a spiritual level, energetic level, there's movement. I truly believe that when things don't seem to be happening in the physical, like you don't see any physical proof of movement, but you feel it or you sense it, that's because it is happening in the spirit realm. Like spirit is doing some work behind the scenes, and therefore you can, like, trust and rest assured that things are moving. And I feel like this masculine feels this and senses it. The Eight of Cups, though, they are realizing that there's things that they have to walk away from. But I feel like it's more so in relation to what does not resonate with the true authentic self that they are aligning themselves with, or that they're soul searching or seeking. So it's like turning my back on things that don't serve me. You know what I mean? If this is not in alignment with me, it's blocking me, it's blocking my vision, they might need to separate themselves for a time. Hey, Ro. They might have to separate themselves for a time from people, or because there's some type of disappointment. I wouldn't even say disappointment, more of a discontentment there in some capacity. There's angels that have their hand on this masculine. I keep seeing that in these cards. But they also have a devil on their shoulder too. So Four of Cups came out again as well. So there's an awareness of not being complete or being happy. And maybe this feminine knows that, because there's the reference with the trees and they're right on top of each other, right beneath and on top. So that's where the confidence comes in, that the feminine is not tripping about something in this connection, because they know that timing is a thing here. And if this person is not in the place, they're not content with themselves, and they're not going to be content with our connection, because it's not so much about the connection and us being together, but it's more so about being right within yourselves in some way. Like if you're discontent with yourself, you're not going to be happy and content with anybody else, no matter how beautiful the connection is. I know this firsthand. I know this to be true in different cases. I had a friend that is married, and she said herself, she told me, she said, just because I'm married and I'm with the person I'm supposed to be with, that doesn't mean that all of my inner issues went away. I still have to deal with those things. And sometimes your union can help you with that. Being together can kind of, multiply the healing. But at the same time, there's a moment where you got to be self-sufficient. And I feel like this divine feminine knows that. They're wise enough to know that if my person is not content within themselves, I don't want this connection yet right now. I don't want it to come together fully or be in a union or a relationship with this person if they're not self-sufficient within themselves. Like if they're in any kind of place of discontentment, they're going to try to seek things to fill themselves up, and that's not going to be a healthy exchange. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting from that. The Temperance card, yeah, this is a protection. There's something with protection with this. I feel like it's really about divine timing. So there's maybe some brokenness here. I wouldn't say fully broken, but I feel like it's that discontentment. If someone is not happy with themselves, like I said, it can affect the other person. Like it's gonna make the other person feel burdened, or maybe this other person doesn't want to burden. Well, the person being the divine masculine, my bad, doesn't want to burden this divine feminine with their energy. See, I'm going to use my how do they feel, because I just want to clarify something. Someone use this. There's a lot of major arcana. You got the Chariot, the Temperance, the High Priestess, the Magician. I think we had the Justice in the other one. So I would pay attention to those specific cards. Holy Spirit, ask for clarity. Okay. Dang. That's crazy. Okay. I'll read these in a second. Let me see. Divine feminine energy. How do they feel? If you guys like this video, I appreciate the engagement. Show some love. Like this. Share this with someone you feel like this may benefit or resonate with. And also, so, because I'm going to be honest, y'all, like sometimes I'll be wanting to do reads and I feel like, okay, it's not really, it kind of takes a lot out of me, especially if there's no engagement or, you know what I mean? Like, if you guys like to see these types of readings or you want updates, as, of course, as I'm led to post the updates, but if you guys would like to see these updates more often, it would encourage me a bit to know that you guys do enjoy the content or you are benefiting from the content. I'm not just up here just posting this. Thanks, sis. It's 11 viewers, 11 likes. So 11. So yeah, there's some type of clarity that's meant to come from this reading. I feel like for those of you who it's meant for anyway. Okay. So I feel like, okay, the masculine's feelings towards the feminine is, I feel pulled to make a move towards you. And that goes back to that Four of Pentacles energy. I feel you leaving, please don't go. So there could be a little bit of a fear for some that you have disengaged. Like maybe you have disengaged in some instance. Because again, there's like a silent confidence, but it's not that if you have disengaged from the person specifically, then okay. But if it's a knowing that what's meant to be will be, I get this position of them, because it's like a wisdom of knowing that everything is taken care of by the divine. If it's meant, it's going to happen. I don't got to do anything. I don't got to put my hand in the pot. I feel inspired to grow as a new person. Divine feminine, for some of you, you do feel like maybe you're delusional. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Ro. Space for growth. Yes. So some feminines, you may feel like you're delusional about this a little bit at times. You know, Noah had to create that ark by himself. People was looking at him like he was crazy. That's why only his family got on the ark. Can you imagine, let's say, for instance, in your neighborhood or your state, right? Let's say your state, you're telling everybody nationwide, like, hey, there's about to be this big old flood. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I completely get it. Like, you gotta have proof. I know, like, you want to see like physical proof of things sometimes. I totally get it. So, like, let's say for instance, like, you live in California, right? And you're telling the entire state of California, which is a big, just, or yeah, a big state with so many cities, that there's about to be a flood. You guys got to be prepared. I'm building this big old ark, and I need everybody to come along. I'm gathering the animals in pairs. Y'all got to be here by this and that date. This is the forecast I'm getting. And people just like, you crazy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then when the time gets close, his family is the only one that made it up to the ark, and the animals is all prepared to get on. And then that whole state of California, whatever is remaining, just gets wiped out. So that's the kind of vibe I get from that. And can you imagine what that might feel like? You like your friends and people you went to school with, or people you go to church with, or whatever, hang out with, or these your favorite restaurants, your favorite this, that, whatever, just gets swept up. And this could be a metaphor for leaving behind what is familiar to you in order to progress and move into new territories and come into union and promise with the divine spirit, what spirit, God, source has for you. Okay? I feel God and our angels are bringing us together. So that's that part of divine feminine that knows on the depths of them, because yeah, we waver in faith sometimes, like, am I crazy? Am I tripping? Even though everything in front of you is still showing you the evidence, you doubt it sometimes, right? Because maybe you want it to come to you in a clear-cut way, in a certain way. And if spirit is saying this is what it is, and you're still getting that same instruction or that same revelation or that same confirmation, it's like, okay, I have to just trust. And whatever is meant is meant. I'm not going to force. I'm not going to try to control. I'm just going to trust spirit. I felt pulled towards them because they were convenient at the time. So that goes back to those of you divine feminine energies, like that had like a counterfeit karmic masculine in your life. You might have dealt with that person because they were more convenient. For some of you, this could be a long distance relationship. This could be someone was seemingly available and ready, while the person that, you know, you truly want, they may have not been ready or available or something like that. So you went ahead maybe and talked to someone or dated someone or got into a relationship with someone maybe that was not it. And I feel like you know that they weren't they weren't it. All right, let's see. What is the energy over this connection right now? What is the energy? Yeah, it's time for a change. You have dreams. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. So yeah, I feel like that does resonate from the perspective of maybe this masculine coming into alignment with what they truly desire out of their lives, or their path, their purpose, maybe their career, and just being an encouragement to each other. And it doesn't have to be like actively, but moment. Think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. Yeah, it could have been like a touch for some of you, like that you remember. And I feel like it was like some type of warm touch. It wasn't anything sexual. It felt like something warm or something that touched you in a moment. Like spirit wants you to go back to that, because some of you guys, your hope might be deferred a little bit. Even though you've surrendered this to spirit and you're just allowing spirit to do their thing, you still might, your hope might be a little bit deferred. Yep, let go. Spirit keeps reiterating. There's something or someone or someone's, a divine spirit is saying, divine feminine, they have to let go. There's someone. And if you are happening to be holding on to this connection a little too tightly in your grip, and you're not allowing spirit to do what they will with it, which is going to be what's divinely best, you're delaying the process and you're keeping yourself stagnant. So it says sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot. I took these cards out for a reason. I want to use my messenger cards too real quick because, let's see. Because the card I was using was just the feelings. But let's tap into the thoughts and the truth, because the abundance, whatever's in the heart, the mouth speaks. The abundance of the heart, the mouth shall speak, right? So whatever is in the heart is going to come out of the mouth. It's kind of like when you're drunk, they say the truth comes out sometimes. Because you're vulnerable, you're just relaxed, you're not thinking too much, so you just start talking. So let's see what the truth is. There is no blockages, no barriers. Holy Spirit, what is the truth of Divine Feminine at this time? Okay. All right, so this is Divine Feminine's energy, and the I love you card is at the bottom. So Divine Feminine's energy, I feel like, is you're not seeing me clear. And I feel like this is the fear of this Four of Pentacles, of giving something, or fully, maybe just fully investing, like saying, okay, I'm going to trust in this. I'm going to do this on a practical level, not just saying it in your mind or in your heart, but actually putting forth the effort. This feminine may know, but this masculine is not seeing them clear. They're seeing them in a distorted way. And there's an answer to this. Yes, possibly. Feminine's answering a question. Yes, possibly. It could. I don't know what that could be. It could be anything. You need to rid yourself of jealousy and insecurity. So yeah, feminine, you may see that your masculine has some issues, whether it's literally both jealousy and insecurity, or it's an insecurity. And it's geared off of some type of fear, I feel. Okay. Divine Spirit. The masculine's message. The truth. Holy Spirit. What is the masculine? Is there someone else? Damn. Y'all can't hide. I'm more. Oh my God. No, they didn't. I'm more aware than you think. God has been dealing with me when it comes to you. I'm going to pull one more. This distance is killing me. Goodness. What a mosquito or whatever the hell you are flying around. Yeah, they're wanting to know, like, if it is and you're holding on to this person, it may not be that you're still dealing with this other person. For some of you that do have this counterfeit, somebody you know that's not it, but you're entertaining them. I almost want to share this dream I had with y'all. I don't know if spirit will allow me to. I might, because I don't want to, like, it's too much. But if there is a person and spirit knows that you're holding on to this other person because it's convenient and it's safe for you, you're blocking this connection. And this person, if they're connected to you like that, like in awareness of that, they know, they sense it, they feel it. They're more aware than what you think. That might be a little bit scary for some of you, but why not? If this connection, because you got to think of it like this. If this truly is a divine connection, whoever your person is, if it's the person you have on your mind, if it be that it's truly them, even if it's not the person you have on your mind, whoever your person is truly, they're going to be connected to you. You're already connected to them because it's already done in the spirit realm. Everything manifests and is birthed in the spirit realm first before it happens in the natural. So in essence, you're basically already married in the spirit realm. It just hasn't manifested in the physical. For some of you, maybe you are married. Take it as it resonates with you. But this person's in tune and connected. They're going to know. And some of y'all may not be ready to let go of the counterfeit, because some of the views dropped as soon as I said that. You're blocking it because you want to be comfortable. That's not gonna work. If they're not the person for you and you're holding on to the wrong individual, or you might think that you're dealing with your divine counterpart and in fact you're not, you're blocking your blessing. But yeah, this person may be dealing with some convictions when it comes to you. Maybe why am I not doing the things that I'm being guided to do? Because there's fear kind of blocking this person in a sense when it comes to the investment of something. The distance has been killing me. So for some of you, yeah, if it is like a long distance situation, or you guys have not seen each other, whether you guys live in the same city or state or whatever the case may be. I'm not trying to shame nobody. I'm just keeping it real. Like, from as a sister to another sister, brother, whatever. If you're feminine and you're dealing with somebody that you know is not it, you're dating this, like, you got to think of it this way. You're not available emotionally, mentally, physically, if you're, you know, letting people slide up in you, or you slide up in other people, and you're entertaining all these different energies, or one other energy other than the person that's for you, you're going to continue to repel that energy because you already got your space occupied. Your mind and your heart, all of that is already occupied. So how are you going to allow something to come in when that's happening? Especially not the person that's really meant for you, like the person that's good for you. That's definitely not going to fly, because that person, if they got any sense, they're not going to sit there and take that. You got to cut them off. And it's not, oh, when they come or when they come back, when I hear from them. No. You got to put on your big girl drawers, panties, thongs, whatever. Big boy boxers, whatever, briefs. You got to. You're going to block your blessings. That's just a heads up. You got to think of things logically sometimes. We think we can outsmart God, spirit, whatever. No. Make yourself available, meaning clear your space, clear your heart, clear your mind, cut some cords if you have to. It might be somebody that you used to mess around with, but you still holding on to them in some capacity, or in your heart, or you're still mad at them, or whatever, or you sleep with them when you're bored, or you're horny, you call them up. Clear your space. Yes, cut cords with him today. It sounds like a commercial. Cut cords with him today. It costs you nothing. It's free. Cut them off. Okay. And same goes for the other side of things. I'm not going to say nothing that will not apply to the masculine. Same thing. You got a counterfeit heifer on the side, or multiple counterfeit heifers, karmics. It's not going to happen either. And a divine feminine that knows her worth, damn sure ain't putting up with no third party stuff. It's not happening. Love triangles and all of that. Exes and crazy baby mamas you ain't putting check. No, it's not happening. That's not going to work. Public service announcement. Yes. This message has been sponsored by God the Divine. So if you just don't get it, maybe this isn't for you. But we gotta grow up a little bit, y'all. Healthy relationships, they're not something that comes by every day, you know, especially if we've grown up in environments that were toxic. We've seen our parents fight. They never really talk things out. They just sweep it under the rug. Oh, you want something to eat? Or I'm about to go to the store. You want something? That's how they make up, you know what I mean? Or play games, go sleep with this woman and impregnate them. And do, like, if you're used to seeing that type of stuff, you'll put up with things until you heal that and say, that's not the life for me. That's not what I want for myself. I deserve more than that. I want a partner that's got some sense, somebody I can talk to, someone that we can heal together. They're not in their pride or their ego. They're not thinking they're weak if, you know, they care about my wants and needs, or I got to feel scared to state my truth or speak up for myself. Like, you know, whatever it is, these dynamics, these power dynamics that they taught us, what's masculine and what's feminine. And if you do this, you're weak, or if you do this, no. A union in a relationship is not supposed to feel like some type of war between two people, or power dynamic of I own the woman and you do as I say, and the woman submits and cries in the corner and is miserable, or dealing with a woman that is angry and complaining all the time, and while the man gets abused and tries to make it up. Like, you gotta grow up, y'all. We gotta grow up. And that comes with healing. That comes with self-correction, self-realization, self-awareness. So, I'm gonna pull Miss Nova. Girl, I'm gonna pull one more card. My brother, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me wait. Let me let this girl. Let me let her out. Okay. We're back. Okay, let me share my dream. Before I pull this advice card, I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to share this dream. So I had this dream, long story short. Yes, Nova is like, she like Big Mama. She's probably really big in the spirit realm. You know how some dogs, some animals, they look small, like cats. I really do believe that cats are really big in the spirit realm. I don't know why, but I just feel like they really are. So the dream I had, like, maybe, when was it, Friday, maybe Thursday night? I don't remember. But it was last week. I had this dream that I was in a car and I was on my way to see this guy, right? And this guy, it was two men in the dream. So I was on my way to see this one guy, and the other guy in the dream was basically trying to stop me from seeing this other guy. It was like, no, you shouldn't do that. But it wasn't like in a forceful way. It was a, ouch. Oh, don't leave Nova back in here so she can bark. I don't want to hear her barking. So it was kind of like in a way of like a heads up, like kind of like a friend being like encouraging, like, I don't think that's a good idea type of thing, right? So I didn't end up going or ever meeting the guy in the dream. So the other one that was warning me not to go see this other guy, my aunt and my mom were in the dream, and it was like they were like counseling me, telling me, you need to know how to be open or receptive to people that are nice to you or want to give you, like, gift you, like genuine things, right? So the dream switches, and this guy invites me, I guess, to this dinner or something, in this big table with all like this nice dishes and silverware, and it looked like candles and stuff on the table, looked like big presents on the table. And I felt like I started to cringe a little bit, like, oh my God, like, what are you doing? But that was a reflection of me not knowing how to receive good things. So I was like, oh, like, what is this? Like, cringing, right? And then he tells me to change and put on this dress, and it was two younger girls in the dream. My daughter was in the dream, but she was smaller than how she really looks in real life. She was like a younger age, and he was telling us to put on these dresses, and we all had different gifts. These people are so stupid. My brother is ridiculous. Okay. Sorry, my brother is ridiculous. So I'm trying to I'm trying to record in a house full of people that they don't care. They don't care if I'm doing something. They just don't. So I have to work around it. So forgive me, y'all. I appreciate you guys for being patient. So long story short, we're all wearing these different dresses. And not you ate it. We all had these different dresses on, but my color was like the kind of like a Cinderella color dress, and they were really big gowns. I probably would never wear nothing like this in real life, but it was like this big quinceanera looking dress. If you guys know what that dress looked like, it's like a big fluffy bottom dress, and it kind of looks like a corset at the top. So anyway, I'm wearing this dress. The dream switches, and now I'm not myself in the dream. I'm represented by someone else on TV, and her name means bright. So I don't know if that meant anything. She's getting married to somebody else. She's getting married to a completely different guy. It wasn't even the guy that in the beginning of the dream that I was going to go see. This was a completely different guy. So 3 different men in the dream. This one kind of looked like he was like chocolate, and this woman that's on TV, she's like a dark hue as well. So it's 2 different people, completely different people. But the guy that originally warned me not to go see this other guy was in the dream there at this wedding, and he was basically looking sad, like he was watching this woman getting married to somebody else, and he looked like he was disappointed, like sad, but he was happy for her, kind of, in a sense. And then, if I'm not mistaken, at the end of the dream, the woman actually ends up not marrying that guy that she was standing in front of, about to get married to. So I say all this to say, that one card that came out that said, is there someone else? I'm more aware than you think. The counterfeit energy that I picked up on. What was the other card that confirmed it? I only went with them or something because they were convenient. Whatever the card said, that's another confirmation. So I feel like that dream can represent, and I must have been meant to share this with you guys, because at first I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to share this. I don't know. It's like a little weird. That someone that is potentially best or meant for you, someone that is actually available for you, giving to you, and may even see or sense that you're going down the wrong way, or that you could potentially choose the wrong person, but they know that you have free will. So if it be that you're close to ending up with someone you're not supposed to be with, and this could be a message to give someone a heads up that maybe something that you think is for you, or something that you feel is more good, looks good on paper, because this guy that the woman was about to marry, this reality TV star in the dream, she was about to marry this big guy. He looked like a big football player type man. Like, he was really buff, you know. And they look good on paper, right? But that doesn't mean that that person was fit for her, right for her, or held the capacity to give her these gifts. So anytime, like prophetically in a dream, where you see like tables and stuff like that, like a prepared table, and it's a nice table, and it's glowing, or it might have like good food on it, that represents abundance or blessings. So there's some type of blessing. And then the woman being dressed, that can represent a mantle. The color blue can represent royalty, or can represent a high priest, a priestesshood, or something of high value to the spirit. And you being dressed in that means you're precious to whoever this person is, or the person that's meant for you. So by you driving, because I was in a car on my way to somebody that I was being warned not to go see, and this is actually somebody in my past, the spirit is like, no. So I'm on my way to this person, and cars can represent our journey, our path. Also, not to mention too, like, it can represent your ministry. So if you have a calling or purpose, or something that you are called to steward, and you're going down the wrong track, or you're aligning yourself with the wrong person, it can detour you, it can take you, take you off path. So I was being warned by this person in the dream. So if it be that that's the case, because there's a theme, cut those counterfeits off, because some of you know they're counterfeits. You know they're not for you, but you're just entertaining them for the now, for whatever reason. Could be selfish reasons, because how it makes you look, because you don't want people around you to look at you like you're a failure, you can't keep a man or whatever, or you don't got it like that if you don't have no man or no woman, so you're going to stick it out with somebody, you're going to date this person, or because you feel horny one night and you want to call somebody up, whatever, you want the, what do you call it, the booty call on speed dial. But what's more valuable to you? In truth, what's truly valuable to you? The person that's truly meant for you, whether you think you know who they are, or you know that who they are, or you don't even know they exist yet, but you know there's someone out there, you want that connection, right? What are you willing to sacrifice? The booty call, the counterfeit, what people think about me, or being lonely for however you're meant to be by yourself, whatever the case may be, or the person that's meant for you. You got to kind of think, you got to weigh it like that. And remember, you have the Justice card. So you got to weigh things accordingly. Okay. I hope that resonates. I hope that was helpful. That was long. Did I eat my brother's sushi? I ate his sushi last night. I did. But I probably wasn't the only one in the house that ate the sushi. It was just sitting out. So, hey, we ate the sushi. But he was mad. He was like, who ate my sushi? And this is somebody that be eating everybody else's stuff. But two wrongs don't make a right. But yeah, I apologize for that strange introduction from my brother. But yeah, that is the reading, you guys. That is the message, rather. So I hope this was helpful. If you guys want a reading similar to this, because I do a spread like this similar, it's called on my website, it's called the Divine Love Spread. So if you guys want a reading like this for yourself personally, you guys can check out my website. I'll leave the link to my website. I also have coaching sessions available. Coaching is just more so to focus on where you want to place your focus. Where do you want to progress? Where do you want to grow? What are your goals or your intentions for your life? What are your goals and intentions for your love life? And I'll just coach you, help you, pinpoint whatever you want to talk about, how to make use of your single season, whatever you feel like you need coaching with. Check out my coaching sessions. All of that will be in the description after I update the live once we get off of here. So I appreciate you ladies. Thank you guys for the likes. And the more engagement, the more, you know, I'll sit and do these readings, because it's obviously, as you guys can see, it can be time consuming, because I'll go in thinking I'm just going to go in and do a read, but sometimes I'll get channel message throughout the energies as well. So yeah, much love as always. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate those of you who watched, who joined the live, whether you spoke or you didn't. Thank you for your engagement. Much love. Be blessed, be safe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.